Hello family, and welcome back to our wild Ohio.
This is the ultimate morel mushroom hunting guide part 2. Have you ever wondered what separates the hunters who stumble upon a few morels by luck from those who come back with bags overflowing season after season? Is it just a secret spot? Well, the answer is a lot more powerful than any secret spot. The real secret is scouting. And today, I'm going to show you how it bridges the gap between sheer luck and consistent, repeatable success. Think of it like this. Morels have a tiny window, usually just 2 to 3 weeks, where they pop. If you spend those precious weeks searching randomly, you're going to miss the peak harvest. Scouting is all about eliminating the dead space beforehand, so you can focus all your energy on the most productive spots when the time is right. It's the difference between hunting for mushrooms and actually harvesting them. But here's a question for you. What if the textbook advice about looking for certain trees is wrong for your area? I'm talking about elms, ash, and apple trees. What if the real secret is hiding in plain sight, a beacon you can see from a mile away? This is where localized knowledge crushes general advice. But before I reveal the secret about the tree that most people in our region overlook, let me explain why this matters so much. The problem with hunting morels in a typical hardwood forest in the spring is visual noise. Everything is a tangled mess of gray branches, dead leaves, and thick undergrowth. It makes spotting those camouflaged little fungi almost impossible until you're right on top of them. You could walk past dozens without ever knowing they were there. It's frustrating and inefficient. So, what's the secret tree? It's the pine tree. That's right, pine trees. In most parts of the U.S., conifers are absolute magnets for morels. And right here in Ohio, I found that specific stands of pine create the perfect conditions. While everyone else is squinting at gray elms, we're going to be looking for the green giants and finding the golden treasures beneath them. But knowing to look for pines is useless if you don't know how to use this strategy properly. There's a specific process to it. Let me show you exactly what to look for. First, the pine forest floor is often a clean carpet of needles, or duff. This makes spotting morels much easier. Second, because pines stay green all year, they act as a visual beacon against the budding spring landscape. You can spot a promising grove from a distance, saving you hours of hiking through unproductive woods. So now you know the secret. But there's another loop to close. How do you find the best pine groves? How do you learn the secrets that even most pine hunters don't know? Well, the trick is scouting out of season. But before I explain the genius of off-season scouting, let me tell you about another crucial element: disturbance. Morels are often triggered by stress in the forest. A natural disturbance is like a dinner bell for a massive flush of mushrooms. If there was a late ground fire or some logging activity near those pines a year or two ago, those spots are prime real estate. The soil gets disturbed, the trees get stressed, and boom, a bonanza of morels the following spring. So when you're scouting, you're not just looking for pines. You're looking for pines with a story. Now, let's go back to scouting out of season. It's brilliant because it lets you see the skeleton of the forest. In the summer or fall, you can clearly see the health of the trees. You can spot dying trees or areas with down timber that will likely trigger a morel bloom next spring. In the winter or early spring, before the undergrowth like mayaples and briars gets too thick, you can see the forest floor clearly. This is the perfect time to mark your pine clusters on a GPS or a hunting app. You're creating a treasure map for yourself. Knowing all this is great, but it's worthless if you can't put it all together in the field. So how do you combine all these tips into a repeatable system? You need a checklist, a plan of attack for every time you go out. But before I give you the ultimate scouting checklist tailored to our pine tree strategy, let's talk about topography. The lay of the land is a massive factor. Early in the season, you want to hit the south-facing slopes first because they get the most sunlight, they warm up faster, and that's where the first morels will pop. As the season progresses, you can move to the north-facing slopes. You also need to think about soil temperature. Morels have a Goldilocks zone. They thrive when the soil temperature hits between 50 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit. You can get a simple probe-type thermometer to check. Finding a south-facing slope with the right soil temp in a pine grove, that's the jackpot. Okay, are you ready for the system that ties it all together? Your goal is to identify stands of white, ponderosa, or red pine. These are your green beacons. From a distance, you'll be able to spot them far easier than the gray hardwoods. Once you're in the pines, check the duff quality. You want a thick but breathable layer of pine needles. This protects the moist, loamy soil that morels love. Get your hands dirty and feel the soil. Is it damp? Good. Also, don't forget to scan the area for evidence of scorched bark from a past fire or old ruts from logging equipment. Also, look for edge habitat, where the pine forest meets a field or a hardwood stand. These edges are natural highways for all sorts of wildlife and are fantastic spots for fungi. These secrets change you from just a wanderer into a precision hunter. You're not just looking, you're investigating. You're stacking the odds in your favor with every step. And there you have it, the scouting system that will transform your morel hunting game. You now know to look for the green beacons of pine trees, how to identify disturbed areas, and how to use the season and landscape to your advantage. You're ready to move beyond luck and into the realm of consistent, amazing harvests.
Well, this brings us to the end of another episode, my friends. It's always a pleasure to share this journey with you, and I truly hope you found some valuable insights along the way. If you'd like to stay connected, I invite you to join our family by signing up for our newsletter at ourwildohio.com, so we can keep you up to date on everything we have planned. Also, it helps support the channel and doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us more than you know. We're also dropping bombs of knowledge over on Instagram, TikTok, and X, so don't miss out on the unique content that you'll only see there. Now get out there and enjoy our wild Ohio, and until we meet again, stay wild, my friends. Thank you for watching Our Wild Ohio. It's support from viewers like you who make it all possible. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. Join our family and become a member of Our Wild Ohio by visiting the link in the description below. And until we meet again, stay wild, my friends.